February in the National Hockey League is no longer solely focused on the Hockey is for Everyone campaign. That initiative is now part of a year-round activity. And this year, for the first time, they will be focusing on Black History Month, celebrating racial diversity. And as part of this effort, there's been a traveling museum devoted to the history of minorities in the game. It made a 2-day stop at Prudential Center earlier this month. A powerful and moving experience. Museum features historical records from the pioneers of Black hockey history to a wall of achievements from NHL players of today. We caught up with former NHLer and now assistant coach Mike Grier about the impact of this initiative.
I think it's great. The league's kind of growing, and it's in more places where there's minorities and Black players playing. So I think it's good for them, especially the truck, to get around and kids can go in there and see and get a little bit of history and see the guys who really paved the way. I know, PK is kind of out front, which is great, but it's good for them to see and learn about guys like Willie O'Ree and people like that, and Tony McKegney and Grant Fuhr who kind of really paved the way.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to go check out the truck in general and just see all the history that there is?
Yeah, I did. I walked through yesterday, and it was a great experience for me. I kind of tried to learn more and more throughout my career, and I was fortunate enough to meet Willie and be around Willie and people like that. But even for me, I learned some different things in there and got to see some pretty cool history that you normally wouldn't get to see.
What are some of the things that I guess you've taken away from just getting to know Willie O'Ree? And of course, he's such a big proponent for growing the game, and hockey is for everyone.
I mean, he's an incredible man. What I really take is his openness and kindness to everyone, and his energy is crazy to me. Even as age, he's always smiling and bouncing around, and he's got time for anyone. Doesn't matter how old you are or what color you are, he's got time for you, and he always has a story and wants to talk to you. So it's, for me, to be able to spend time with him as someone in his early 20s to now, it's really been a great experience for me, and he's someone who I look up to, and I owe a lot to him for where I am, not only today, but be able to play in the league. I owe him a great deal.
Is there any other players that you looked up to in particular during your career?
But right before I played, Grant Fuhr was, someone I really looked up. Those Oilers 80s teams were, something special, and to watch and have a Black player be part of those teams was really big for me. And then when we were playing, we played against Jerome a lot, the kind of the Battle of Alberta. But I had a great deal of respect for him, the way he played the game. He scored goals, he fought, he played hard every single day, and he's a great teammate. So he's someone I really admired while I was playing, and to get to know him a little bit as we got older, and now we're done. He's in the Boston area, so I'll spend some time with him. That's been nice.
And you kind of touched on it already, but how have you seen the game just as a whole grow in general? And really, you hope that seeing more people speaking up in the NHL, just doing this initiative here, can help the young players that are playing right now.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. You see, kids coming from Florida, Arizona, and those are states that are predominantly soccer or football places. So if we can kind of dig in there and grab some athletes from there, I think it's great. So the fact that the NHL's actually putting in time and investing time to try and get those kids and expose them to hockey and what a great game and sport it is, I think it's great. So hopefully it'll continue to grow, and we'll continue to see more and more minorities playing the game. And there's some good kids now. Jordan Greenway, I think, coming up. I think played in the Olympics and representing the country well. I think he's an up and comer, and there's many more. So it's, for me personally, it's pretty cool to see.